we start? We started thinking about it in 2005, back end of 2005, because we wanted to attend a festival at that, a children's festival at that. There was a Lit Fest, but they didn't do many children's events. So we offered them our services, and they declined. So we decided we would set up a festival by ourselves. So we went to lots of people in publishing and said, we're thinking about starting a festival up. What do we do? What don't we do? We got all the best advice we could from all the top publicists. And then we went to Warsaw's The Telegraph and we said, hey, we're going to set up a festival, we're going to come on board. And they both said yes, quite quickly. I don't know why, but they did, even the Telegraph. And they were really up for it. And we kind of launched fully formed. We used up every single favour that we had going so that we could get the best possible lineup. And that first lineup is still one of our best lineups ever. Good question.
We're really looking at the difference between our audience compared to other festival audiences. Our audience grows up 12 months every year, and actually 12 months when you're 6 or 7 or 8 is quite a big leap. So yeah, audience is constantly changing, growing and developing, and the world of children's publishing as well is just so rich and children's books, authors, illustrators.
So we can have the same discussion about year and the audience doesn't mind, which is great. And there's just so many authors out there, so many illustrators. There's always like a massive load of people pick from, which is great. Boys build solid things that are built to last.
What I really love about this festival is that everybody who comes is as enthusiastic about kids' books and writing for children as I am. And it feels like coming home to this giant family party. And then this year's been even cooler because obviously, as you've seen, we've been able to vlog a load of stuff, which means we've been able to sit and talk to a bunch of authors as well and find out that they feel exactly the same way. And so the family just extends, and it's from the really young still at school stewards to the senior stewards to the front of the house to everyone behind the scenes and the authors and then the punters, and you're all just in it together, and it's amazing.
It's been a roller coaster of brilliant moments, of really funny moments, of children reading everywhere, of fascinating authors and books and stories, and it's been wonderful, and friends, because I've made so many friends.
Oh my god, so seeing the robot.
Well, I loved Emirates Cyclist Does That. That was my
I was running a Peppa Pig event at the Mission Theatre, and Peppa Pig arrived, and the actor who was going to play Peppa Pig and asked where to get a bacon sandwich.
Oh dear. I think my favourite festival moments are the really bizarre, rare, quiet moments. Where you're suckered into an event that you wouldn't normally go to. I think it was about 2 years ago now, I went to an event by Anthony Miller, who's the son of Lee Miller, and it was about a book called The Boy Who Bit Picasso, and it was just the most beautiful event about the most beautiful book. It was really magical, brought me to tears, and it's moments like that that make the festival really special to me.
In the group of children at the school in Cambridgeshire was this delightful little boy, and the teacher had said he was a little boy who really loved to make up stories, and other children would tease him as a result. And as a school, there was very little in the way of reading, book culture amongst the parents. But this little boy came up to us afterwards and said that he had a little dog called a Bichon Frise, which was very dear to my heart because my dog's a Bichon Frise, and how he'd made up a story around his little dog that he called Mitten Mutt because the little dog looked like a mitten. And Steve really encouraged that little boy to keep thinking up stories and write his stories down no matter what other people thought about them. And that was a magical moment for me.
The girl build, like, I don't know, something less substantial.
One of the things that's been fantastic about the festival for me is that my children were able to be included. We were in the green room having a break and my kids were eating their sandwiches and Michael Rosen sat down next to them and asked what was in their sandwiches, and they'd never have had that opportunity, so it was great.
For me, it was being really surprised when I went to the Benjamin Mee gig, because I wasn't sure what to expect. I was actually stewarding, and his story was really touching and really courageous, and he was really engaging, so I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hadn't really expected to get so much out of it, so that's my highlight, an unexpected surprise.
My particular highlight, which was a whole monster's head, complete with wooden ears and a snout made out of tin foil and flames coming out of the end, and amazingly sculpted eye sockets from clay.
Oh my god.
The questions that the children ask, because they always have such brilliant, wonderful questions. For example, yesterday at Anthony Horowitz, a child asked, in that, I can't remember what book it was, in that book, on like chapter 13, on page 246, there's a man that dies after taking a drug. What drug was it?
I'm going to shut her ears. In the first year, one of the first events, I said a very rude line from one of my books and realised that the audience was not just teenagers, which it was supposed to be. There were a lot of 9 and 10-year-olds. So I'm very sorry yet again for saying those rude words. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so.
I really liked, despite being hot and sweaty and really uncomfortable, being Maisie Mouse, because just hearing kids go is quite nice. And also stewarding the Andy Stanton event and actually laughing so much that I was crying, and everyone else in the audience laughing a lot as well. He's a very, very good on-stage presence, so that was awesome.
Probably the Doctor event, which I thought was very good and well done, and I'm a big Doctor fan, so I like that. And then Johan Harstad talking about why he wanted to write a sci-fi novel set on the moon, because sort of Lover's Kiss on the Moon is such an important part of human culture, it's so beautiful, and he wanted to destroy that.
Yay!
And again.
And you always say, well, his best tip for writing is go out, do something legal, don't get caught. So all of these moments, I really like that. I think prize probably has to go to Johan Harstad.
It's been a really fun festival, it's been really good atmosphere at all the events I've been to. My favourite event that I've sat in the Guildhall has probably been the Basketball writing panel. Because it was just great to hear how people have gone on to be published and do the course and the process that they went through sharing their ideas with the world.
for me it's kind of just signing cues, just watching the kids kind of take their book and the looks on their little faces when they've had it signed, and it's kind of just a really, really special moment to see that, and obviously that happens quite a lot during the festival, so yeah.
As long as I am capable of physically getting myself to Bath during festival time, I'll be here.
My highlight of the festival was meeting almost like an extended family and like a community. It's all very well meeting all these stars of literature, but I think it was the overall family atmosphere that I got, and I just want to thank John and Gill for making me a part of that, I guess. And hopefully we'll see you next year.